What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about churning your pain, churning your just depressive, painful experiences, right? Turning that shit into something great. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you feel nothing but pain, if you're feeling nothing but pain, sorrow, despair, if you're feeling very depressive, if you feel very low, even suicidal, like if you feel like very like just you just don't want to live here no more, then my solution is to do whatever it is you fear you're really hesitant or scared of doing and do it. I'm not talking about negative things. I'm talking about good things. So like, let's say for example, you're afraid of putting yourself out there. You're afraid of posting pictures on social media. You're afraid of making YouTube videos. You're afraid of people might see you in person. So then just do that. Let's say you're scared of public speaking. Well then try out or participate in public speaking. It could be anything. It could be like anything that you're scared of or that you're fearful of, go pursue that and go do it. Go do the opposite of what I mean. Everything you're scared of, go do it. So it's one of those things where like you got nothing left to lose, so you might as well do what you always wanted to do with your heart's desires, right? And live life to the fullest. But what really helps me, like I forgot what these channels were called, but there's some people I watched, and they're talking about like instead of committing suicide now, like let's say you really want to commit suicide, right? But let's say you really want to commit suicide now. I hope this video doesn't get fucking deleted because I mentioned suicide. I really hope not. But I was watching these couple channels and these people were talking about instead of committing suicide, just live life out, just stick it out, because let's say for example, life is shit, right? So why can't you just naturally die off? Like, why can't you let nature take its course? Why can't you naturally let nature take its course and pass away without you killing yourself? I think that's a good way to look at it too. So like, you know how much you hate this world, you're in so much pain, no one got nothing to offer to you in this world, right? So what you could do and how you look at it is this, right? So instead of killing yourself, what you could do is like living life out. You know what I'm saying? Like naturally die, naturally pass away, from like die from old age. Look at that as a quick, not as a quick, but as a longer suicide. So instead of don't kill yourself. So instead of like killing yourself, just live life out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that could be a lot better. Now I understand it's easier said than done because life is shit. Life is depressive. There's nothing to offer in this fucking world. So that's another thing. That's another thing how you could look at it, right? And for some reason that kind of motivates me because there are times where like I hate life so much, it's very depressing. I feel like no one or nothing could offer me anything that's emotionally satisfying. So that's how when people mention that like instead of committing suicide now, why don't you just live it out and naturally die off from old age? Look at that as a longer suicide. Just stick it out because life is short anyways. Life is short. The average human experience is what, like 80 years to 100. That's short. I'm 25 and I'm almost, I got lived out 25 about around three times and more. I'm 25. I got lived out the year 25 three times, three more times, and then bam, I'm out of this earth. And like, that's another way to look at it. You got to realize how short the human life is, right? And you got to look at it like that. Like, take that suicidal road. Suicide road. Live life out and naturally die from old age. That's how you got to look at it, you know? Because I know it sucks. I know you're just like, damn, I just want to get away from here. I hate this place. No one got to offer me these jobs. These workplaces are fucking shit, right? And that's another way to look at it. That's how you got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And also look at it like that, and also look at it like all the things you're scared or you're fearful of doing, pursue that. If you're scared of talking to females, well, put yourself out there and talk to every fine, hot female that's out there, and go spit some game and try to date them and try to have sex with them or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you got to look at it. These days, fucking everything you're scared of, just do it. If you're scared of heights, then go to Six Flags or go jump off an airplane, obviously with the parachute on, you know. But just anything you're afraid of doing, do it. Especially public speaking. You're afraid of public speaking, then try out for that because that's the thing. Like, if you hate this world, or even if you're suicidal, or like if you're very depressed, and you're just fed up with this world and this human experience, I feel like that could work in your advantage, because then you got nothing left to lose. So in return, it'll make you even more confident. Think about it. You got nothing left to lose. Life is shit anyways, right? So might as well do the things you always wanted to do, or do the things you're scared of doing, but just put yourself out there, just might as well do it, or just try it out. I feel like, I'm not saying it's a fact, but I feel like with me, the reason why I hate life so much, I feel like we tend to overcomplicate it, because we have so much, because we're stressed out, we have so much burdens in our shoulder, and we just feel like it's too much. We overthink, and then we just want to leave life, especially becoming an adult, because we got all these burdens and shit. But how you look at it with all these responsibilities, but how you look at it is like, just take a deep breath, sit back, and just fucking just do what you love. And try not to overcomplicate life. Try not to overthink life. Just the way it is. Just live life, and then next thing you know it, you'll be like 100 years old, and then you're about to pass away, and then bam, you no longer have to deal with this nonsense and bullshit ever again. This fucking hellish realm we're living in. But I do recommend expressing yourself, like a YouTube channel. I'm not saying, because everyone's different, but that could help you. And like, the more you express yourself, maybe you'll attract a lot of like-minded people, and you get more subscribers and views. And you're expressing yourself as well. It's kind of like therapy too, because you're just releasing all that toxic energy too. Not toxic, but like all this anger, all this sadness and shit, right? But yeah, man. But yeah, that's the thing to look at it. Because right now with me, like, sometimes I have a tough time, because me, it's just the people. Like, I don't feel connected to people. It's not even that, but it's just, I don't know, man. Because all my life, I'm lacking a lot of love in my life. Like, I've never been in a loving relationship in my life like that. I've dated, but I've never been in an actual relationship. And like, I've met disrespectful females. I'm dating them, and like, I've been through a lot of breakups. It's been very rough. My mom, she's not nurturing. She's very cold-hearted, and she's so bad at taking accountability. She's just a shitty mom, man. She doesn't take accountability. She's very narcissistic. So growing up, I never had that feminine, nurturing energy around me. I never had that full unconditional love, even from parents, because my parents are fucking stupid. My dad, he's an absent father. I mean, he was present, but like, he never shows up. He's lazy, so he never taught me shit. So fuck him, and like, he was never there. My mom, of course, she's narcissistic. I mean, of course I do. I mean, of course they did what they did to bring food to the table, to give me shelter, but still, that's not enough. Like, I feel like they failed as a parent. If you're a parent, you have to be smart. But my parents, they're just dumb. They're emotionally unintelligent. So in return, when I was growing up, like, of course, I constantly feel like I'm left out on the court. I constantly feel abandoned. I constantly feel empty. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts. Like, I can't explain it, but I have this pain in my like heart. Not even heart, but like, I feel so empty. You know what I'm saying? This is why I have codependent tendencies. This is why I'm attracted to emotionally unavailable females. This is why, like, I have a lot of abandonment wounds that I need to heal, and rejection wounds. So that's the price you gotta pay when you're raised around shitty parents, or like just a shitty family in general. I've been around shitty family members. They're always violent. They're disrespectful, and that's how God wanted my life to be around dysfunctional families and be abused by them. If that's what God wanted me to experience, then I might as well overcome that shit, right? But yeah, all my life, I'm just lacking a lot of nurturing, loving energy. Like that, I'm lacking that feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? But that's the price you got to pay, like I said before, when you're around shitty parents and a shitty family. But at times I do get mad at God. I get so pissed at God, because I think to God, like, yo, God, like, why am I going through this? Why do I feel so empty? Why do I feel not satisfied? Why do I always got to heal and cry it out? Like, I hate crying, but I have to cry it out. I had to cry out my pain all the time, so I could release, so I could heal. I think part of healing is just crying out. Like, you got to force yourself to cry it out, so you can release all that pent up anger, sadness, and resentment, all that trauma, pretty much. If it gets too much, obviously seek therapy, but yeah, but that's this video is more so advice and my experiences as well. I do struggle not feeling whole within myself. I do feel lonely. Like even when I'm around people, I interact. Trust me, like I may seem like I'm an introvert in a video, but like I always put myself out there. I'm always around people, but I just still feel empty. I still feel like just no one understands me. I understand it's my fault too. Maybe I need to open up more, but still though, like I just me like I really crave a romantic connection. I'm not sure if I crave that feminine, loving, nurturing love from a woman that I never received, or just that energy. Like I never received loving people, that loving, nurturing energy, that unconditional love. It could be a result of how I was raised by like a very cold-hearted family and the people I was around, or maybe I do really crave a relationship. You know, I never been to an actual romantic relationship before, but I can't wait. If I ever do get to experience one in this life, I'll be very happy. I'll be very fulfilling. But usually when people crave a deep connection like that, then more than likely you do have a soulmate. Usually people with like that have like very intense, loving, romantic connections is because how do I explain this shit? If you're watching this, if you're single, right, and if you crave, even though deep down, if you really desire someone that really understands you at a deep level, romantically, and that you just wish there's someone out there, 10 times out of 10, there is someone out there because your heart desires it and you really want it. So more than likely, someone is out there, and that's your intuition speaking to you that there is someone for you. You just gotta wait it out. I don't know why God wait like have people like me and other people wait so long until they're like fucking 80 or 90 or 50 years old, and then they meet their divine partner. I hate when that shit happens, bro. This is where you get your soul contracts from, your predestined life events. We don't have free will. We don't. God really dictates when we meet certain people and what we experience. All the abuse we're experiencing is because God orchestrated that shit. Everything's pre-planned, and this is why I hate this realm. But and I look at this human experience as like a business pretty much, because I feel like everything happens for a spiritual reason. You don't have to believe what I believe in, but I feel like everything is pre-planned by God pretty much. I do believe that. I do. My nose itching. But yeah, man. But like, if you're feeling low or empty, just stick it out. Don't. I know it sucks, but you know me, cause I'm trying to get over an ex, you know, and she moved on from someone else, and that shit really stinged. That shit really hurt me. Like it's traumatizing, man. You know, seeing someone you love, and then you two broke up, and then that person that you broke up with moved on to someone else, and they're in love with that person. Like it's really scarring. Like it sucks. Like because then you're just like, damn, and now you're left all alone. Like you ask yourself, damn, was I even good enough? Did she really cared about me? Did like maybe I wasn't the one, or like I did something wrong, or like damn, like and now I'm single and like does anyone even love me? Like you feel unlovable. Just bullshit like that, man. But that's the type of shit I gotta overcome. But I don't know why God always puts me around shitty people and not around. And, right, and also what I hate too, what I notice, people that'll do me wrong, they'll always get away with it, and then their blessings magically comes in. It's usually the people who doesn't do shit to earn a relationship who usually has a relationship. It's always the shittiest people. It's always the people who are very shallow, who are very lazy. It's always these types of people who have connections like a loving relationship. While people like me and you and other people watching this who works hard, who's so big on self-improvement, who tries to become a better human being and tries to become more self-aware, is people like us who never received that romantic love and connection or platonic friendships. It's usually the people who don't deserve shit that get those things, right? And this is where you get your law of attraction from. This is how this realm, this universe works. This universe rewards people who are fucking lazy and who doesn't give a shit. But the more you have yourself, the more aware you are, the more burdens you have in this realm. This is why you have a strong spirit. Inofe talked about this in his channel. Shout out to Inofe. He mentions that some people have a weak ass spirit. That's why they're able to attract a lot of good fortune into their lives, because since their spirit is so weak that if they experience at least a little bit of people like me and you had to experience that are stronger spirits, they're gonna break. Either they'll commit suicide or they'll break, or like they're not built like us. Strong spirits, they're not built like us. They're not strong like us. This is why people have that's why you see people tend to have easier lives, or they tend to attract a lot of good things into their lives. So it's more than likely they don't have much of an important purpose, in my opinion. People go through a lot more shit and a lot of more hardships in lives. More than likely, we have a very important spiritual mission and a more important purpose in life. That's just my opinion, and it makes sense. But anyways, this is a quick video. Just if you're feeling low or depressive, just look at it like that. Like, try to live, don't commit suicide. Just live life to the fullest and naturally pass away, because the human life is short, and all the things you're scared of, just do it. And just knowing that you're not alone when if you're feeling alone, just know that you're not alone, and that, like, I know life is unfair. I know it's bullshit that people who don't do shit, they tend to get rewarded the most, you know. But just keep fighting, and like eventually you'll reach your blessings. You'll reach your heart desires. Just keep living it out, and that should make life even more exciting, knowing that, like, there's a possibility of you reaching your heart's desires, and to heal and to overcome all the bullshit God and life put you through. You know what I'm saying? So just keep fighting and put yourself out there. And I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, and comment your experiences. And I'm out. Peace.